Welcome, guys, to the first episode. Let's get it, guys. It's about time, right? Let's go. First episode of Before the Bell podcast. We're going to be talking about a few things today. I already got it all scheduled and ready to go. A few topics just to go over with you guys if you guys are interested. We're going to be talking about I got to put this on the top here. And they're all going to be timed. So we're going to talk 7 minutes each about these topics that I'm interested in, and I'm sure you guys are interested too. But just real quick, I'll bring it up and then we'll get right to it. But the first, here we go. Couple topics that we're gonna go over is Aljamain Sterling ducking Petr Yan or Petr Yan UFC 266. The recap was next for both fighters for Ortega Volkanovski. Tyron Woodley versus Jake Paul and him getting the tattoo. John Jones getting arrested. And Nick Diaz versus Robbie Lawler. So a lot to talk about today, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get it started. Just quickly to catch up with chat before we continue. Risky was the first one here. What's up, Risky? Risky, and then Zelmay, I see in the chat. Brandon Chadwick says, about time. Maybe now he'll get his rematch. Not. It's very interesting, this whole rematch thing with the whole tattoo. As far as for Tyron Woodley, but I think Jake Paul might not give it to him, but we're gonna touch on that, so keep it locked. I feel like Jake is like, oh snap, he actually got it. Let's talk about it. Tyron Woodley posted today, and I can show you guys real quick if you guys haven't seen already, but here we go. If you guys didn't catch it, Tyron Woodley earlier today posted this.
If you get the tattoo,
I'm not scared. Run it back.
If you get the tattoo, I love Jake Paul. Let's run it back.
Bet. Let's go. Bet.
Deal.
Make a bet. Bet.
Deal. If you get the
Check. Oh my God. I read a whole check 1 2. I read a whole thing. Let me go right back to that. I'm so sorry. All right, we're good now. Look, this is the post that Aljamain Sterling had. We're gonna get back to the whole Jake Paul versus Tyron Woodley thing, but what I wanted to read that was pretty significant was Aljamain Sterling saying, but no, we're good now, Zelmay. Aljamain Sterling says, as always, I like to share the truth and be transparent with my fan base that actually gives about fighters' health. Training has been going well, but I've been struggling to get my body to push past 2 rounds in sparring sessions. The fatigue that sets in and the cramping still lingers, which my surgeon said is due to the nerves still recovering from the long-term trauma and surgery I just had. Nothing I can do about that other than show up in another shell of myself and risk wasting the surgery and maybe getting severely hurt. And this is what was important to me. I originally wanted to fight in December, but the plans were pushed up earlier. Unfortunately, my body isn't agreeing with me, and I asked for an extension and asked for Petr Yan to wait so that I will be the first man in the UFC to beat his ass. Now, this is the question to the chat, guys. Can we take Aljamain Sterling seriously, or is this just another excuse? Because a lot of fans and I've seen a lot of fans are saying that, oh, he's ducking Petr Yan. Hey, what's up, babe? He's ducking Petr Yan. He doesn't want to fight him. He got the belt, wrongly, and he's just gonna duck Petr Yan until he can somehow fight someone else, maybe like, I don't know, like a Corey Sandhagen or anything. But the fans are demanding this fight, so I don't know. It's tough to see. And we saw MMA Junkie post this news and their thoughts on it. Yan was quick to accuse Sterling of running away and doesn't plan on waiting for him. Instead, Yan will remain on the UFC 267 card, and a potential interim title is currently being discussed with Corey Sandhagen as a frontrunner to replace Sterling. And that's what I've been seeing a lot too. A lot of people have been talking about, oh, well, Yan is going to face Sandhagen for the interim title, and then when Sterling heals up, then we'll see the potential rematch. Get this clown off the freaking screen. See, so Trey, like, let's talk about it, man. Like, is he just full of excuses, or I don't know. You guys tell me. Is he full of excuses, or does he really want to fight this man? Like, I don't know. It's tough to say. I mean, firstly, he, in the interview afterwards, he was like, oh, I hate the way I got the belt, blah, blah, blah. And then the criticism that he was getting after that was, oh, if you really hate about the way you feel about having the belt or, obtaining the belt, but then you're taking pictures with it and kind of flaunting it, then it's just like, it almost sounds hypocritical in my opinion, But I don't know. He says he has nerve damage, and it's hard not to believe him. He's been talking about this since April. But it almost sounds like a well-planned excuse. Trey says, I hope Dana doesn't renew his contract after he loses to Petr. Is this the last fight on his contract? Me and Trey gonna wrestle. I see what Trey said. What's up, Marcel? Marcel, welcome back, my guy. I gotta put my chat a bit bigger because I almost missed your message. And it's just because my small screen, but I can enlarge it. What's up, Marcel? Welcome back, my guy. He's a joke. That's a lot of people's opinion. I made a video about it yesterday, and I asked for people's thoughts, and I would say 95% of the people in the comment section said, "Oh yeah, he's ducking Petr Yan. He's scared, this and that." So I hope he gets kneed like that again. I mean, I know you're in the heat of the moment. That was a bad illegal knee on Petr Yan's part. But it almost looked like Sterling was like stalling in that position, like almost as if he knew he can't knee me here. Let me hold my hands out to the that's a lot of speculation. I don't know. You guys tell me, but it's just really tough to say. He might be ducking, but he could be hurt. It's hard to tell. And a neck injury is serious. He did say in one of the in one of his podcasts that I'm not going to be able to probably come back until like October, November. So I'm not sure. Is there any new news on the Chimaev situation? I saw that Dos Anjos here. I'll put, hold on real quick. Let me see if I can find the news real quick. I know with the Makhachev, I don't know if you guys heard about this, but I can pull it up real quick. I know RDA is out of UFC 267 against Makhachev, but as far as Khamzat Chimaev, I haven't heard anything new, but I will look up for you to see if I find anything. Let's see real quick. 2 days ago, they say he's a massive favorite, of course. But right now, I think he's just trying to make his way up to the rankings. He's trying to get any fighter that he can get. But right now, that's right. Almost a year on the sidelines. Wow. That is right. It almost seemed like he was fighting every weekend, and then out of nowhere, he's been out. But I think it all has to do with the whole COVID thing. It almost feels like it was yesterday that he was fighting almost every day. He didn't deserve the belt in that fashion, but the rules are the rules. And I mean, it wasn't a legal knee, and he won by disqualification. But that is by far, I can't remember a fighter winning. I can't remember a fighter winning the title in that fashion, or somewhat worse. Oh, Risky, we got to talk about the Jake Paul thing. Also, let me just play that real quick for you guys that we'll talk about later. But What do you think about this, guys?
If you get the tattoo,
You're not scared running back.
if you get the tattoo, I love Jake Paul. Let's run it back.
Bet. Let's go. Bet.
Deal.
Make a bet. Bet.
Deal.
Where is it? Here it is. He finally did it. Does Jake Paul owe him the rematch? It's really interesting to think about. Everyone's scared to fight Islam. Who was the last guy that he beat? Which was or you talking about Makhachev, right? I think he's making his way to I think he's making his way up the ranks pretty quickly after his last fight. Do you think RDA also has a very questionable injury, or do you think it's serious? Let me see. Let me catch up with chat here a bit. I am blessed. Let's go. Let's go. Risky chilling in the building. I think Jake should not rematch him and let him keep that tattoo like the cornball Tyron is now. I mean, he find, like, you know, Jake Paul did say, I'm gonna give him the rematch if he gets a tattoo. But initially Tyron took so long. It's hard for me to believe that he got the tattoo not knowing he's gonna get the fight or the rematch. But I don't know. It's tough to say. I think Woodley might get a rematch, but I don't know if it would be next though. So you think he'll get Anderson Silva next? Speaking of Jake Paul, because I saw Dana White kind of promoting that in promoting. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to find it here. Anderson. That he should fight someone his own size, and Anderson Silva is one of those guys, right? I think I have it right here.
Get out.
Hey, Jake, Anderson's out. Anderson Silva's out. Jake? Jake? Jake?
So, I mean, that wouldn't be a bad fight to try to get for Jake Paul. I mean, he's the same size. Tyron Woodley is like what, 5'8", 5'9"? So, I mean, I don't know. He's 5'9" when Jake Paul is 6'1", so maybe Jake Paul should move on. The tattoo is so, like, meaningless as far as, like, where it's at. Nobody's really going to see it. So, he's a 1-0 chicken. Who cares? You know how many dudes wouldn't fight Islam? A lot of people. They don't want to give him the benefit of the doubt as far as, like, not being up in the rankings, so they won't give him the fight, blah, blah, blah. But he's made his way up now. Who was his last win against? I forget. I remember seeing it. It was pretty dominant. It was a worthy fighter as well, too. That's right, Thiago Moises. And he submitted him rear naked choke in round number 4. So, oh, by the way, guys, if you guys didn't see, the wifey made this. I think she did a great job. If you guys would have seen what I was gonna make, it was completely horrible. So, Tommy isn't trying to mess his stock up yet. I saw he was offered like $1 million and neglected that. I want Jake Paul to fight Austin McBroom. Jake Paul's too big for him, in my opinion. If Jake beats Anderson Silva, Dana would cry a river of tears. Oh my God. If that, look, even now to this day, the Woodley thing is still questionable. People still say, oh, well, he's still smaller than you. He's over the hill, blah, blah, blah. Fight a real fighter. Even though Anderson Silva is up in age, because he's the same height and weight necessarily as, or roughly as Jake Paul, if he beats Anderson Silva, I think he gets credit. I truly do. You think so, Trey? That's interesting. I mean, Jake Paul, he's I don't want to say he's a real fighter, but he's a decent fighter for the amount of time that he's been boxing. And I think he almost beats almost any MMA fighter right now as far in just strictly boxing, right? In my opinion. But anyways, we can move on from that topic if you guys would like, because I also did want to Also did want to talk about a few other things here. For example, like the UFC 266 recap between Volkanovski and Ortega. Let's talk about that real quick. Volkanovski versus Ortega. I think Volkanovski now on 20 straight wins. It's actually insane. Look, I have it right here. Since his loss to Corey Nelson on May 13th, or May 10th, 2013, I'm sorry, my man has been on a tear. Let's list some names that most people know here. For example, Jeremy Kennedy, Darren Elkins. So let's look at his last like 6 fights. Chad Mendes, the legend Jose Aldo, who's a whole different fighter right now. That's another person I would like to talk about eventually. I think Aldo looks like close to the best he's ever been. Not like, maybe he might not be as explosive as he was younger, but he's arguably one of the best featherweights, if not the greatest featherweight of all time. But he beat Chad Mendes, Jose Aldo, Max Holloway twice, even though the second one was highly debatable. And then Brian Ortega. I don't know how he got out of that choke, but if you look at the picture of that neck crank, it was just absolutely insane. Let's see if it comes up real quick. Look at this picture, bro. You know how locked in this is? Right here, his forearm is under the chin. Anytime that happens, and he's on top mount, supposedly Ortega said that he heard him gurgling and all this stuff, but either way, like, how do you get out of that? That was a phenomenal fight, in my opinion. Look at Ortega. Look at Ortega's face. Ortega, look, and this is one thing I want to say before I keep talking about Volkanovski. For Ortega to take all the punishment that he did and almost finish him in the 3rd round by a guillotine choke and then almost a triangle. I think it was round 4. I don't think it was the same round. Round 4 or 5. I think it was round 4. It's just insane. I saw the quote of Volkanovski that I just found right here. He said, "Oh, it was OF. I'm about to lose the belt deep." That's how deep he says the choke was in the UFC 266. And anytime Ortega gets on top mount or has someone on the ground, he usually finishes them. So for him to, yeah, Trey, it was one of the craziest things I've ever seen in my life too. Risky says, if Jake ever loses, do you think Jake will be respectful about it or say he get robbed? I think he'll be respectful about it. Interestingly, every time after a fight, he's always respectful against the fighters that he's fought. So I think he'll be respectful. Oh, that's enough. Well, Zelmi, I had that on the list too. That's a great question. I'm gonna touch on that very soon. I've never seen someone get out of a deeper choke than that. It might have been one of those things where Ortega was just cranking on it and he had it locked, so he might have let it go just a bit, just from fatigue, because I don't know how else Volkanovski got out of that. I mean, he didn't get out of the timeout initially, and then Ortega tried to transition for a back choke. I don't know if you remember that like exchange, but it was one of the most interesting things to see like on this weekend. That, I think, Trey, like you said, that has to be fight of the year by like a long stretch right now. Like, one of my favorite fights was Zhang Wei Li versus Joanna, but that was 2020. 2021, I think, what's the is it Tapology? A fight of the year. Let's see. I think they have like rankings. Let's see. So Holloway versus Qatar, which was insane. Oliveira versus Chandler, when Oliveira almost got finished in the first round. Then he came back. Was a good fight, but that wasn't better than Ortega Volkanovski, in my opinion. I think I have to agree as well. I think Poirier McGregor 2, absolutely not. Munoz versus Rivera 2 doesn't live up. Dariush is another rising star. Usman Burns, no. Like, Sanhagen Dillashaw was a good fight, but when we're talking about fight of the year, Ortega versus Volkanovski blows all those fights I said out of the water. I can't think of a fight that was more entertaining round by round, especially after like Shevchenko and Murphy, which wasn't that entertaining. After this topic, one of the best, but oh yeah, and then for Ortega, so for Volkanovski, yes, like he's probably gonna do the Max Holloway trilogy, but like I said, he has crazy names on his resume: Holloway, Aldo, Mendes, Elkins, now Ortega. He's He's underrated, but I think he's a really tough featherweight champion, and I don't know who you feed him. I have the rankings up here. I don't know who you feed him if he beats Max Holloway in a trilogy. He beats Yair, he beats Korean Zombie, Qatar. Like, right now he's having a dominant career so far. So it's just really exciting to see someone like him be as dominant. But Ortega, as far as Ortega, look, this is his second title attempt, and he doesn't get it. But I think his stock went up. In my opinion, I think Ortega's stock went up significantly even after a loss. Like when he lost to Max Holloway, I think a lot of people say, oh, he was overrated. They gave him the title fight too fast. It was just too quick. He's a young fighter, blah, blah, blah. I think it was about like 3 years later now that we see Ortega fight for the title again. And I think this time all people are saying is, what a performance. He'll be that's a good point, by the way, Trey, too. And I didn't forget something. We're going to talk about that AJ or Usyk, which was a crazy fight. But Trey says he'll do the trilogy if Max beats Yair Rodriguez. I mean, Yair is no slouch. I mean, let's look at real quickly Yair Rodriguez. I forgot who he lost to years back that kind of like stumped his like progression, in my opinion. Like, that kind of like not humbled him, but that's right. It was Frankie Edgar, but that was in 2017. Then he beat the Korean Zombie. Then it was a no contest thing against Jeremy Stevens. But then he finally runs it against him, and he wins unanimous decision and fight of the night honors that night too. So the last time he fought was 2019 of October, so almost 2020. But I think the style that Yair Rodriguez has, like you said, Trey, could pose a lot of problems for Max Holloway. He's 5'11", 145 pounds. Max is pretty tall too. So they're both 5'11". Who has a reach advantage here? Max has a 69-inch reach advantage. Yair has a 71-inch reach advantage, and then Yair's kicks are just insane. So I don't know. That's a good question. That's a good question, Trey. As far as if he gets past. What is that fight scheduled for? Give me 1 second. I thought I put it up on the screen as far as I apologize. I'll pull it up right now in 1 second. But give me 1 second. No, sorry, I just had to fix something real quick. All right. When is that scheduled for? For November 13th. Oh, that's right around the corner. Who else is on that card real quick? Let's check it real quick. What's that, UFC Fight Night? Oh, I could just go UFC event. This is the easiest way to do it, I've noticed, because I do this all the time. Well, I'll just go to that night. It'll be like right after this, right here. Holloway versus Rodriguez. Of course, that's the main event, November 13th. Oh, okay. I was about to say, like, who else is on that card, but it's not determined yet. Max Holloway, 29. Damn, Max Holloway is 29 years old. I feel like he's been fighting so long that I thought he was at least 34. They're both 5'9". They're both 145 pounds. Of course, they're fighting that division. 2-inch reach advantage for Yair Rodriguez. Yair is dangerous, man. Oh, Max Holloway fights make, I think, everyone happy. Just the way he fights. You saw what he did to Ortega. Because of what Max Holloway did to Ortega, a lot of people thought that Volkanovski was going to run through Ortega. Granted that he won a unanimous decision. But he looked phenomenal, speaking of Ortega again. So, but yeah, let's talk about real quick before we get back to the UFC. I also have a couple of other topics, like for example, John Jones getting arrested. Nick Diaz, is it over for him? Is he past his prime? But we'll talk about that shortly. Anthony Joshua versus Alexander Usyk is something we have to talk about. See if I could change it. I don't think I have. Give me 1 second. We're working on the whole podcast thing little by little, but we'll fix it. I think there's just I just had something freeze on me. So, oh, here we go. Give me 1 second. I apologize. I'm almost done. There we go. We move this all the way up. Little by little, we'll get better with the whole overlays and everything. Still trying to figure it all out. Max Holloway fights make me happy. Absolutely. He's a freaking monster. They haven't made it yet. As far as the undercard, yes, you're right. I was looking at it right now. I have it, I think I had it right here. Yeah, they still haven't made that card yet. We have a couple interesting events coming up, but as far as the Max Holloway, Yair Rodriguez, that comes after UFC 268, which is another stack card. Trey, that's the card that we have to talk about, that we're gonna do a podcast. Trey, I'm telling you right now, I know we've been planning it, but when it comes to UFC 268, which is November 6th, not that far away if you really think about it, we're gonna do a podcast, and I need your betting odds on all these fights, and we need to descriptively, go over Gaethje versus Chandler, all these fights, which are gonna be phenomenal. But I wanted to quickly talk about Joshua versus Usyk. I mean, Usyk looked like a heavyweight Lomachenko as far as footwork. As far as the way he moved around the ring, a lot of people said, oh, well, it's a small ring compared to like what he usually fights in. Joshua's going to be able to walk him down. Usyk landed some beautiful left straights to the head, even in the first round. And if there was one more round in that fight, I think he would have finished Joshua, which is crazy. Joshua didn't look that good after the fight, in my opinion. Joshua, a great fighter. Joshua, phenomenal fighter. And I give Joshua credit for taking the mandatory when some people duck fighters that, they are timid of. But he stood in there toe-to-toe. And I thought he did a great job fighting. But, again, Usyk is that special. The Ukrainian, now Ukraine has Usyk and they have Lomachenko. Two great fighters. Phenomenal fighters. And I just think Joshua has a rematch clause in that event. After that event, I think some of the commentators were expressing that there's a rematch clause on there. So that might be the case, but Joshua Usyk was just phenomenal. Whether Usyk could beat Fury is a whole other situation, is a whole other topic. But I thought that was a phenomenal fight. That was just a phenomenal fight, in my opinion. I was looking for pictures. There we go. That I can just, have on the screen while we talk about it. But yeah, just Usyk is what a dominant. Look how he had him. Look at Joshua's right eye. That must have been from a multitude of left straights that were just landing at will. Usyk is just a phenomenal fighter. Who he gets next, I don't know. Fury big as hell and tall. That's the problem. Like, Usyk did okay, and he did well with Joshua. Now, this is a question. We saw Fury knock out Wilder, but prior to that, Fury is not a knockout specialist. He did that against Wilder because that's what he planned to do. Make Wilder, backpedal and fight off the back foot. But with Usyk's footwork, it's not going to be as easy for Fury to hit Wilder the way he did. To hit Usyk the way he did Wilder. And that's why I think where he could be in a lot of trouble against someone like Usyk. And that's something I was really thinking about, Zelmi. Like, I mean, Fury was landing at will against Wilder because Wilder has no head movement, no footwork. Usyk is a very hard target to hit. And then he has offense of his own at the same time. If Usyk comes in there aggressive against someone like Fury, I think he could do well against too. That's the thing. Like, yes, he's smaller. Like, maybe I can look it up real quick. Give me 1 second. Fury height and weight. Fury is 6'9", 273. Yeah, wow, 6'9", wow. 6'9", 273, 6'3", 220. That's true. It might be really tough for Usyk to set up his punches. Yeah, it's just tough because Floyd that example, like Floyd is so much better than a Logan Paul, you know what I mean? So I don't know. It's just I don't see that comparison helping as far as to predict what would happen between Usyk and Fury. But you're right, man. Like that height difference is just, what's that, 6 inches? About 53 pounds. That's tough. That's tough. I'll admit. So I don't know. Like, but again, I think Joshua is gonna have the rematch clause. I think he's gonna fight Usyk. Whether he's gonna be able to have better success in the rematch is a whole different topic. I don't know. I'm really not sure. It's gonna be really tough for him, in my opinion. It's gonna be really, really tough for him. But let's move on a bit just to get over a few other topics before we get out of here, buddy. Let's see. I thought I had it up here. That's what I got to do better at having everything on my screen ready. But the other topic that was quite interesting was Jon Jones getting arrested. AJ lost a lot of money even if he wins. What do you mean he lost a lot of money even if he wins? In a rematch, like, to then fight Fury and not being like undefeated in a sense? Is that what you mean by that? Jon Jones, this was reported by Raimondi of ESPN, which is pretty insane. But UFC star Jon Jones was arrested Friday morning by the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department just hours after a past fight of his was inducted into the Hall of Fame. What I'm reading off is right here. Oh, like, if like negotiation wise, tell me. I agree. The Jon Jones thing is insane. Quickly, I wanted to say quick too. Like, I gotta find, like, I feel like the best time for a podcast with more viewership and stuff like that will probably be like during the day. But I work, so I might have to save it for like Saturdays when there isn't a fight. We'll talk about that one of these days, Zelmy. But it's still cool to get some practice to talk fighting and things of that nature. Yeah, the Jon Jones, like, at first I was saying, man, we just gotta keep him out. We just gotta keep him out of Las Vegas. But I heard someone, forget who it was. I believe it was a reporter, and he was just saying that no, it's not a Las Vegas thing. It's a Jon Jones thing. He finds trouble wherever he's at, so to speak. And I'm like, you know what? That's is a sad truth in a sense, because he has been struggling with staying out of trouble. What he's being charged with is a misdemeanor, battery, domestic violence, and injuring or tampering with a vehicle, which is insane, bro. Yeah, maybe recording is the way to go too. I like that idea, because then I could also put it on Spotify. I could also put it on Spotify and iTunes, and that'll be a little bit easier, you know. So I do like interacting with chat though. That's what makes it a little fun. But nah. But yeah, I might do the same thing too and try to figure out how to do that. But yes, I agree. But yeah, he was charged with misdemeanor, battery, domestic violence, and injuring or tampering with a vehicle. I hope the details get put out soon. But like, what do you think it means as far as tampering with a vehicle? What do you think he was doing? Like, I don't think he was trying to steal a car. Was he trying to like take his wife's car or something like that? Because I think she was somewhat involved. Like, the details are like undetermined, so to speak, or like or not released. You know, his bail was set to $8,000, which is not much for someone like Jon Jones. Jones was arrested at 5:45 a.m. What are you doing at 5:45 a.m.? You know, like, we can only speculate, but it's really interesting to see, like, oh, there's a picture. Damn, I wish I had it on a. Let me see if I could email it to myself real quick, so then I can show you. It was one of the funniest things I've seen about Jon Jones. Here we go. Let me email it. You have to see this, bro. You have to see this. Give me 1 second. He might be trying to break her car. That's what I was assuming. That's what I was assuming because of the whole tampering with a vehicle and being rich and like, you know, like he must have been trying to break into someone's car that he knows. Something. Check this out real quick. Lawler versus Diaz 1, and then they just put him just fatter on the right side. Lawler versus Diaz 2. Like, it's just insane that throughout the years, after all this time, he still finds a way to get himself in trouble. It's just crazy, man. Dana White spoke about it. He said it's hard to bring this guy to Las Vegas for any reason. I don't know if it's a Las Vegas thing though, man. Especially if it was like an altercation that he had with his current wife. So White sadly added, it's not even shocking anymore. When we bring him here, it's almost expected. That's sad to say. That's hilarious. I mean, that's sad to say coming from, like, you know, the head of the UFC, so to speak. So Richard Schaefer is Jones' advisor. He said the facts are still developing. We really don't know yet the full story. That's what everybody wants to know. So I'm not going to make any comment until I have a chance to talk to John and until we see how this plays out. Jones, 34, is regarded as perhaps the best UFC fighter of all time. It's always like the best fighter, the Mike Tysons, you know, the John Jones. Muhammad Ali was controversial, but he wasn't getting into like these kind of problems. But like, it's just insane to see someone like John Jones with so much great talent, and he's not that old. Like, for example, I was looking at this. You know, he's been in the UFC for a while, but he's 34 years old. Israel Adesanya is 32 years old. He's not that old. I mean, he has a lot more miles on him, but he's only 34 years old, 2 years older than Adesanya. He's 1 year younger than Ngannou, you know. So Ngannou is actually 35 years old, which is pretty crazy. So Conor McGregor, 33 years old. So he's at a good age. I mean, but the time that he takes in between fights, the trouble that he finds himself in, it's just really tough to say what's next for John Jones and, you know, what comes of this whole situation. Like, I don't know, but I guess we could just wait for the details to be released, but it's just really tough to say. Most of the time he does do things in Las Vegas. Was the arrest in with the pregnant woman thing, was that Las Vegas? Let me see. Let's see. I'm looking it up right now. Let's see. Arguably the greatest. Let's see. Did they put? Because if that wasn't Las Vegas, that's actually crazy too. Judge of the second on Tuesday. That's right. He did get 18 months of supervised probation. I'm not sure whether that was there, but I think you're right. John Jones doing coke in Las Vegas. Now this, possibly the pregnant woman crash, which is pretty sad. It's just, he's been through a lot. I mean, him being arrested, hopefully he can move on. I'll try to keep you guys updated with the details whenever I know. It was just something to bring up that was quite interesting. But we covered a lot of topics today. We talked about Aljamain Sterling. We talked about UFC 266, which was a phenomenal card. Not so much the co-main, but Volkanovski versus Ortega was just phenomenal. Seeing Nick Diaz versus Robbie Lawler. One more thing we can talk about before getting out of here. Nick Diaz versus Robbie Lawler. One of the most interesting quotes that I heard was Nick Diaz saying, I had it coming. After, what was it, like 15 years of fighting Robbie Lawler or something like that, or 11? MMA Junkie posted an article, and he goes, first off, I gotta get a I love Pollo tattoo. Oh, absolutely. Well, that's the thing. We can, we can set up a fight the way Jake Paul and Woodley did. I'll win, and then you get a I Love DC tattoo, and it'll be great. It'll be phenomenal. Diaz says, I'm glad I at least, what's up, Pollo? I'm glad I at least put on a show, Diaz said. I knew I had it coming. Old Rob. I had a lot of stress coming into this one, especially being off for a long time. I don't have no excuses. I had a long time off, and I knew I had it coming. So at least he was pretty honest with himself. Says, yeah, I had it coming. Yeah, that's why I want to do a live one when I grow and focus on YouTube. Zelmay, I 100% agree. That's something we'll talk about more, but I think the recorded ones are the way to go. In the meantime, because then you could release them at a reasonable time, like Monday at 6, Monday at 7. People are eating dinner and things of that nature, but the recorded way is the way to go. I think that'll be pretty cool. But yeah, Diaz being 38, getting clipped. I think he was finished in the 3rd. It might be it for him. I don't think we see him coming back. If we look at his record before he fights Robbie Lawler 2021, it was 6 years since he fought, and that was against Anderson Silva. But before that, when was it that he fought Robbie? It was a long time ago, bro. 2004. So it was 17 years ago, bro. On April 2nd of 2004. And he has fought some legends. BJ Penn, Carlos Condit that just retired not too long ago. George St. Pierre. He has fought some legends, but now Nick Diaz losing against Robbie Lawler, 3rd round TKO. That's tough. That's really tough to say. He even fought Frank Shamrock. Remember Ken Shamrock in WWE? I'm here with my boy. Tell him about Valentina. What's good, bro? Welcome. Tell him about Valentina, about how special she is as a fighter. Is that what you want me to tell him? Look, Valentina is just phenomenal, man. Phenomenal. She's I got the UFC rankings right here real quick. There's nobody in her division that can beat her. She has beaten practically everybody too. What I would love to see, which was debatable, one of the most debatable fights in like UFC history, was Shevchenko versus Nunes, where a lot of people have Shevchenko winning 3 of those 5 rounds. But right now, she's just too dominant. Lauren Murphy, I don't know if you got to see the fight. Lauren Murphy didn't even strike like back necessarily. She was just trying to survive in there, which is pretty crazy. Her versus Nunes will be phenomenal. Her versus Nunes is probably like the best fight to make, but I think Nunes is gonna get Juliana Pena next. From what I keep hearing. Juliana Pena, where's she at here? I think she might be in the featherweight rank. Oh no, she's right here, rank number 5. I think that's the fight that they're gonna make next, because of course Nunes already be home, and I believe that's what the UFC plans to do next. And the reason why that wasn't done already was because Amanda Nunes caught COVID, where Juliana Pena says a lot about, oh, I don't think she caught it. I think she's lying, which is I don't know, Hito, if you saw this by the way too. The whole Tyron Woodley getting the tattoo. Let's see if I can find it real quick before I wrap it up. But it was nice to do like a first live podcast. I think I want to eventually do the recorded ones. But yeah, let me see if I find it. There we go. It's here, but to find it, I know it's on this video. It'll be too much to find right now, but there we go. It's right. I at least have the article for it. But she said, I just had a feeling it wasn't going to happen in general, because every time she's posting this chocolate cake and, all sorts of goodies that you normally wouldn't be eating in a fight camp. So she was just probably on the couch eating chocolate cake and was like, what? The fight's next week? Oh, no, I got COVID. She probably just wasn't ready. That's a big claim to, that's a big claim. Oh, he got it on his middle finger. Look, let me show you real quick. Where do I have it? I didn't close it, did I? Damn, I might have. I think it was in this thing right here. Show you right now. Right here, right on his middle finger, on the inside of his middle finger. Zelmay in the building. What's good, my guy? Yeah, bro, like, he finally got it done. He got it on his middle finger. Now, look, and this is another thing too, bro. This is another thing. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick. I want you to see the video that Tyron Woodley posted too. The 10 coming in from Hito. My guy, thank you so
Merry
much.
Christmas to me. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. Merry Christmas to me.
Yo, thank you so much for the 10, bro. That's really generous of you, my guy. Thank you. I appreciate it, man. What's it called? Let me I don't know if you guys were able to see it. Here we go. Let me see.
You're not scared running back.
If you get the tattoo, I love Jake Paul. Let's run it back.
Bet. Let's go. Bet.
Deal.
Make the bet. Bet.
If
He did say he would do it, bro. Once again, thank you for the 10, bro. That's really generous of you, man. Thank you, my guy. That's what Dana White said about De La Hoya. What do you mean, Iberi? The whole COVID thing? If that's what you're talking about, yes. I saw that Dana White. Let me see if I could pull it up real quick. Dana White, Oscar, COVID acting. Let me see if I pull it up real quick. I did see that. Let me see if I could find it real quick. I did see that though. I did see that. Dana White says Oscar De La Hoya. I saw that too. I'm trying to see if I can pull it up. I can't find it at the moment, my guy. But Eberry, I remember JP. I remember seeing something. Is it this right here? Let's see. Nah, this is 2018, bro. Maybe a better way to hold on. I might have you. This is sometimes the best way to find things. One day ago. Oh, to battle him? Was it on Twitter? Hold on real quick. This is actually important news. Oh, my bad. I should have been showing my screen this whole time. Oh, here it is right here. I'll highlight it for you guys. Once again, the 10 from Hito. Thank you so much. People stopping in right now too, by the way. So thank you guys for getting here. I got to find a way to make this a better time because 6 p.m. is like when people are eating dinner. It's like I'm starting a podcast literally at the worst time of the day. So maybe I'll do it recorded so people could just like, and I could upload it during the day. But it's right here. He goes, "Shut the F up, you crackhead." White fired back, faking that you had COVID and robbing me of watching you get knocked the F out by Peter Belfort. You should win an Academy Award for your hospital performance. Which, if you see the video, Oscar De La Hoya looks completely believable. Hold on real quick. Let me COVID video. What's up, Yenny? Welcome to the stream. Welcome. This is one of the first podcasts. Like, this is the artwork real quick. Let me see. That's the artwork which I'm loving. Hopefully I can have like an intro music thing. We're gonna develop the stream, but let me bro, it looks like he has COVID. So for Dana White to say that he put on an acting job, like I'll play it in a second. It's obvious Tyron only got that tattoo so he can get a rematch, and he only wants a rematch to get paid. The things people will do for money, it's a shame. I literally was going to make a video about it, but I couldn't do it in time enough to do before the podcast. Maybe I'll still do it anyways. But anyways, JP, what I've been meaning to say is that on that post, let me see if I can I pull up the comments on Instagram on PC or no? I don't think I could. See.
What?
Okay, I don't know why they're not loading for this. So why?
What?
Look, all the comments load here. Sorry about that. All the comments load here, but I wanted to load the comments for this. But what I was just gonna say is that everybody was criticizing Woodley, saying, "Oh, the only reason he got the tattoo was so he could get the rematch," and I'm like. And he's only doing it for money. It's sad to see a former champ become money hungry and act the way he's acting now, which is sad, right? But I wanted to see this video real quick about what you said about the whole Dana White thing. Here we go. Let's see. Let me see if it plays. So I got this site muted.
Yeah, it's tested positive.
Here it is. And he's only doing it for money. It's sad to see a former
Man,
champ.
what are the chances of
Money hungry
me
and
getting-
he's acting out. Hold on. Close this real quick. There we go. This is
taking
Oscar
care
De
of
La Hoya.
myself, and this really, really kicked my ass.
Is he acting or not? That's the question.
Oscar De La Hoya also sent out this tweet. I am currently in the hospital getting treatment and am confident I will be back in the ring before.
The man looks like he's about to die. Like he's about to check.
Really, really kicked my ass.
Oscar De La Hoya.
But Dana White accuses him, as I said here earlier. He said, faking that you had COVID. That's a good question, JP. I'm not sure. Yeah, Dana White said Oscar got fake COVID to get out of the fight. Do you think he would do that? Because I felt like he was preparing for a long time. Jay gonna win again. Woodley only getting older. So, you know, Woodley's nickname is the Chosen One, and what people were calling him was the Frozen One. Throughout the length of Woodley's career, his number one problem is not his skill set. It was not pulling the trigger when he needed to. There's been so many times that he has had options or like opportunities to close a show, and he just won't let his hands fly. And that's why he lost a lot of his fights, as far as like the most meaningful ones. But Yenny, welcome. Hope you had a good dinner if you did already. You're in the West Coast, so it's not that late for you, right? You got the tattoo on his finger because it will fade away. That's what a lot of people were saying in the I wish I could have pulled up the comments. I don't know why it's not working, but I'm a weirdo where I literally read like comments of like news articles and stuff like that just to see what people are saying. And that's what people were saying. Oh, he's smart man. Like getting a tattoo on your finger, smart man, is going to fade away. Oh, he's doing it for the money. Once champ, now just doing things for money. Like he was getting like roasted for that. But let's see if he actually gets the fight. Didn't Tyron make more on that fight than he ever did in his UFC career, or am I wrong? I read it somewhere. I believe you are absolutely correct. Woodley, I think he made Woodley pay out Jake. I think he got 1.3 mil. I think that's how much he made. Let's see. The Ohio State Commission released the official fight purse for the event, with Woodley and Paul both earning $2 million for the fight, which was won by Paul. So he made $2 million. Woodley UFC pay number. That's it. We can look it up. I like doing weird things like this. So let me see. Well, here, I think I might have found the best one as far as like to talk about what you were bringing up. Maybe I should start this like around 7, Zelme. Maybe. Which works better for me anyways. Former UFC welterweight champion Tyron Woodley, at the peak of his MMA career, was making $500,000 per title fight. Okay. Woodley record. What's up, man? Okay. Okay, thank you for putting them in there. How many title fights has he had? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which I doubt he was getting $500K back in 2016. So maybe his last 4 title fights. So okay, $500K roughly. After losing to current 170-pounder title holder Kamaru Usman. Oh, that's what he made. Oh wow! After losing to Usman, let me know if when you make it there. All right. After losing to Usman, that number dropped to 200,000. Imagine you're a professional fighter, and then a once champion, and you're making 200K. You know what's 200K, bro? Like to us, maybe to mostly everybody in the chat. I'm assuming, not calling us collectively broke. Like I'm just saying, like 200K is a lot to make in one night. I think for almost everyone here in the chat. But now, let's talk about, a lot of people think, oh, they make 200, 300K. A cannoneer made 300K. 200K after you have a coach. Let's say you give him 10%, right? You have a manager, another like 5, 10%. So that's like 20% gone. Taxes, let's say 20, 30% out of their food, right? And you're not making money every day at a regular job. So you're counting on this 200K, 300K. That's your pay in like 6 months to a year. Imagine, bro. Imagine, bro. Like that's not a lot of money. I don't wanna sound like a what am I trying to say? I don't want to sound like someone that will sell myself for $2 million. But if you tell me I'm gonna make another $2 million to get a Jake Paul tattoo, now we don't know if Woodley's gonna actually get the fight. So he might have got that for no reason. Who cares? $2 million. All you gotta do is put this on your finger. Even though you were once champion, are you doing it? Let's just be honest. Let's call it a spade a spade. You went to Truman. Yeah, I did go to Truman. I graduated. Damn, it's gonna show my age. But I graduated in 2008, Hito, so a long time ago. He's withdrawing from coke. Supposedly he used to cross dress too, bro, which is another like Oscar de la Hoya. Supposedly he cross dresses too. Let's see. Included cross-dressing at cocaine-fueled sex parties. Damn, he was living a crazy life. Something I gotta educate myself on more. But that people make fun of. I think Mayweather was making fun of him for that. Logan made $50 million with sponsors of the Floyd fight, bro. Nah, it's about to be 4 p.m. In a weird way, Yenny, I'll eat like a big ass dinner, and then I won't eat like for the rest of the day. Like I don't eat too late, but sometimes but then I'll eat like chips. My thing is chips. Anyways, let me catch up with chat. Yo, my boy went to school with you. His name is Carlos Baltazar. I know who that is, bro. If you're still here, Hito. Oh, that's important. Damn. I think I would have remembered. Love you too. Yeah. I know who Carlos is, bro. Tell him I said what's up. Yeah. Are you like dope like cool friends with him? I thought that was him on the video that you sent me on Instagram. But like, bro, I haven't seen Carlos. 2008, bro. 2008. That's like 13 years ago. Yeah, we went to high school together, bro. I think we graduated the same year. Yeah, he has like a few brothers and a sister and everything. Yeah. Oh, Oscar don't know who he hitting out here. What you mean, Zelme, by that? Any fighter that versus Jake Paul gets paid way more than any UFC fighter, JP says. Jake Paul has been taking shots at Dana White about fighter pay. And that, like, look, and Jake Paul does, like, one thing, whether you like him or hate him, one thing you can say is that, hey, he's standing up for, I think he gave Amanda Serrano, I think he gave $1 million of his purse to the fighters on the undercard. Remember Montana Love and Serrano and all these fighters? So you could call Jake Paul whatever you want. For him to talk about fighter pay is a good thing. But all right, real quick, guys. Back to what I was saying. $2 million, are you doing it? Let's be serious. Oh, that's your best. Yeah, bro. Carlos, like I know Carlos, bro. I know him quite well because we went to high school for like 3 years together, bro. Like, yeah. Carlos is cool as hell. What's it called? I'm trying to think of memories that I have with him. We freaking used to box outside his house. Like, I boxed his brother Jose, I think his name. Oh, was it? He has a brother that I boxed like outside of his house, which is funny too. Like we would actually box, and there's one kid, John, and I would be around his house all the time. Like this is like 13, 15 years ago. But yes, I know exactly who that is. It is a freaking small world. I'm like that too with the dinners. Yeah, like I'll eat like a savage, and eat like. Or like at 4 o'clock, I'll eat like the biggest freaking 5 o'clock, the freaking biggest meals. And my logic is, which is not good, is I'm gonna eat big, so then like I won't eat for the rest of the day, so like I won't gain weight or whatever. But then I'll freaking sneak into the pantry and eat some like barbecue chips or like Tostitos chips. Like my thing is snacks. My weakness is sweets, but. Even though we're getting away from the topics, but we could just close up. I'll probably stay on for like another like 10-15 minutes so we can talk about anything. I just wanted to get over the previous topics earlier, so thank you for guys for being patient with all that. $2 million to throw away your self-respect. I wouldn't. Money is good, but it comes and goes. Bro, for $2 million, bro, I don't think it's that much selling yourself to get I mean, I don't know, because you're a former champ. What shouldn't be happening, JP, is the money that these fighters are getting. I understand if you're not ranked like 15 and above, but you're ranked 15 and above, you know, or 10 and above. You like, I don't know, but that for $2 million, you wouldn't. JP, all right. If you won't, much respect to you. You're not getting that tattoo for $2 million, is what you're telling me. I'm doing it for $500K, by the way. No, like I think all of us collectively in the chat will get it. We'll do it for $500. Bro, I'll do it for that for $250K. I'm doing that. That's a tattoo that's gonna fade away. Middle finger. They have surgery for that. Whatever. Now, if I was once a welterweight, if I'm already a millionaire, like Tyron Woodley, I'm not getting that. Like, I was once a champion, maybe not, but for $2 million, bro, like, and to get the rematch against Jake Paul, JP, I might disappoint you right now, but I'm probably gonna do that. Lo said you owe him a rematch. Oh, I probably cooked him at Fight Night too, in video games and everything, probably 2K. I'm pretty sure I beat Carlos at everything that we've done before. For the record, you could tell him that. Nah, but tell him I said what's up, man. It's been a long ass time. It's YouTube. So Oscar don't know who he hitting out here. It's YouTube. So what do you mean? Tell me, I'm kind of confused. Trying to like understand your cryptic text. 1.3 million sponsors not included. Like that's one thing for Tyron Woodley to make 200. What did the article say? Here we go. Was making $500K per title fight after losing to her. According to a salary report, right? Those disclosed purses do not include pay-per-view, which is pretty crazy. I was a wild dude in high school, by the way, Hito. I had a temper for no reason, man. These are different times, man. Me and Carlos go back, bro. Like we go back. I've seen him fight like twice. I think he seen me fighting once. I think at the freaking lunch table. I think he was there. We were wild times, bro. Wild times. Those disclosed purses do not include pay-per-view. And then we would box all the time. Like it's funny. The championship co-main event women's, like Amanda Real Deal Serrano banked a meager $75,000. That's it. Damn. See, like that right there, right here, 75,000 and 45,000 is not good. But I don't know. Like Dubois made 100K. But again, I heard Jake Paul gave like $1 million away. I don't know how accurate that is. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how accurate that is, but by the way, when you premiere a video, you can interact with chat. Who he hit and be careful. Oh, I've never done a premiere. I didn't really quite understand how that worked, but I got to figure that out. I saw that as an option to post. He won't even get the rematch with Paul. That's the crazy thing, Snipey. Do you think he's not gonna get it? Like after all that, do you think he's not gonna get it? That'll be crazy if he doesn't. But I'm not sure, Snipey. Like, does he deserve it? A lot of people say they don't want to see that fight again. Like, I just don't know. Oh, so Zelma, that is a real thing. Like, that's what I thought. I mean, respect to him. If you're just getting here for the 8 people here, by the way, I know we started a bit late. Maybe I'll do these podcasts like at 8 or 9 o'clock because I think that's better for most people. People eat dinner and things of that nature. But we talked about Aljamain Sterling. We talked about John Jones being arrested. Real quick, the picture I wanted to show. The picture I showed Zelma. I think it was only me and Zelma here earlier, but somebody made this picture of. Is there a way I can enlarge this? No, hold on. I can't enlarge it in the actual window, right? But Lawler versus Diaz 1 was, I think, like 2004. And then somebody put Lawler versus Diaz 2 on the right. So, I mean, John Jones got to get it together, man. What's up, Snipey, by the way? Welcome to the stream, bro. If Tyron loses to Jake Paul in a rematch, then he better invest at $2 million because he will be done and washed up. No one will pay him. I think mentally he's done, JP. I'll be quite honest. I think he's done. Give me 1 second. Let me look this up real quick. I remember him beating Darren Till, Damian Maia. That Damian Maia fight was one of the most boring fights I've seen in my life. I remember that 5-round unanimous decision, and that was part of his problem. JP is not being entertaining, right? Then Darren Till, but then he lost to Kamaru Usman, which was not that bad of a fight, but he hasn't won since 2019. Usman, Burns. He lost unanimous, and then KO in the 5th round, and then a Darce choke in the 1st round. So he was on the decline. And it wasn't like you can lose, like, for example, Ortega losing, his stock went up. As funny as that sounds, right? His stock went up. You know what I mean? So losing necessarily in the UFC is not the worst thing. The way in which he has been losing, not being aggressive, being very passive. Colby Covington got completely dominated. Speaking of Woodley, got completely dominated by Colby Covington. I think he mentally checked out. Well, it took 10 fights to equal one Jake
Merry
fight.
Christmas to me.
There goes Hito
There it
again
is,
with the
ladies and
5
gentlemen.
bones, bro. I gotta go, but I'm gonna
Merry
DM
Christmas to
you
me.
on Insta for sure, man. We'll talk soon. Yo, tell Carlos I said what's up, and we'll talk soon, man. It was good hearing from you too. Thank you for the 2 donations, by the way, my guy. Thank you so much. Well, it took 10 fights to equal one Jake fight. Yeah, he gave money to everyone except Tommy. Yeah, like that's just absolutely crazy. But I mean, I think JP, his admiration for fighting, or his like what am I trying to say? His passion for fighting, so to speak, it looked gone after the Usman fight, in my opinion. And like right after losing the title, or like losing the title fight there, I think it was just downhill from there. He was like doing TMZ. He was making music. I think he mentally checked out a long time ago, in my opinion. I truly think that was the case. So if he doesn't get the Jake Paul fight, I don't know if we see him fight again. I really don't know. We might not. I don't think we do. I don't think we do. He's not even ranked, so to speak, right? He lost to Colby, Burns, Luque. So he lost to every. If you look here real quick, see if I can highlight it real quick. He lost to Colby, Burns, and then Luque here. So I think he mentally checked out. I think he's mentally done. I think we've seen the last of him. And you're right. Like, I'm saying, in my shoes, I'm doing it for that money. In his shoes, is he gonna get that tattoo when he was at the peak of his career? No. But you do resort to getting a tattoo when he's at the stage that he's in now. But again, maybe he should have more pride than to get a tattoo like that. I don't know, but it's hard for me. Like, I could be mistaken. Maybe we talk about this a month down the line or a few weeks down the line. JP, it's hard for me to believe that he got the tattoo without knowing that he got the fight. So if he just got it, that's kind of crazy. If he just got it, that's kind of crazy, because I wouldn't do that. I would just say, you know what? I lost to Jake Paul. I'm gonna just go with my honor and get out of here. It's hard. Like, if he did get that tattoo just to not get the fight, if he did get the tattoo just to not get the fight, then yes. Then that's just like despicable, right? The only way I would do that, being him, was knowing that I had the rematch in contract, in my opinion. Yo, Beans, it's been a minute, bro. What's up, my guy? Fortnite tournament right now. You down? What's up, bro? But yeah, we talked about a good amount of things. Nick Diaz versus Robbie Lawler, we didn't really talk about much. Nick Diaz fought this past weekend and lost, Beans, by the way. I just have like a text line changer on the top, and I gotta figure out how to make that where it says what I wanted to say at all times. But yes, he fought this past weekend, lost, got knocked out in the 3rd round. A lot of people are criticizing him for quitting, in a sense, as far as getting caught with a right hook and staying on one knee. Lawler, Nick Diaz didn't quit at UFC. He took a lot of damage. He did take a lot of damage. Yeah, Yenny, like, at his stage of his career, that's what I'm doing. Like, I'm getting that only if I know I'm getting the fight. Like, me, in this basement right now, I'm doing it for 200K. Me being freaking Woodley, I'm doing it knowing I got the fight in contract. If not, I'm not doing it. So I completely agree, Yenny. So what does Jake Paul do next to top the tattoo requirement? The next fighter wanting a rematch, so Jake might have to bend. JP, I mean, I would preferably not even want to see that rematch. I would actually rather see Anderson Silva fight, who just got interviewed today, I think, on the MMA Hour. But I don't want to see the fight again. I mean, Jake Paul did, like, again, he did say, you get the tattoo, I'll give you the rematch. But I don't necessarily want to see that rematch. I would rather see Jake Paul versus Anderson Silva, because they're more similar in comparison as far as to height. So that's just me. All right, real quick, guys, before I get out of here, just because we've been on here for like an hour, I think it's better if we start later. I've noticed. I feel like it's better if we start later, just for people to come in, and I realize that. But real quick, let me fix one thing real quick before getting out of here. I guess I'll just leave it. Yeah. Couple of things, guys. If you ever want to go back, we talked about Aljamain Sterling, whether he's ducking Petr Yan. We talked about the recap between Volkanovski and Ortega, which Volkanovski 20 straight wins, dominant champ. Who does he get next? I'm not sure. Cejudo, if you guys didn't know, Cejudo tweeted to Dana White saying that he's gonna basically that he will beat Volkanovski, something along those lines. And Volkanovski called him like a little germ or something like that. Ortega, I think his stock went up after losing. We talked about the Tyron Woodley tattoo. We talked about John Jones getting arrested, waiting for the details to find out whether they're significant or not. But we'll talk about that. Then we talked about Nick Diaz versus Robbie Lawler. Go back and watch it. Jake dominated more than I thought on the original watch. I think so too. Initially, when I was watching the fight, I was like, Woodley maybe landed the biggest punch of the night, but Jake Paul, for the most part, dominated. There were moments where Paul was fatigued. I would agree with you there. But at the same time, I would rather see Silva, just a bigger guy, more equal in physical attributes. That's personally for me. Paul brothers versus Diaz brothers is the next big one. That would be pretty decent. If Paul's going to fight, that wouldn't be so bad. McGregor fighting MGK next. Nah, that's not going to happen. And Zelman, the Cejudo so lame. They call him the, what is it? The cringe king. I mean, Cejudo as a fighter, phenomenal. But it's just annoying. You're retired. Anytime somebody in the featherweight division wins, he comes and talks. When Dillashaw won against Sanhagen, he made a tweet. Now with Volkanovski, I think he's just looking for impressions at this point. I don't know how serious he is about fighting again. I don't know. That's something I would try to like keep up to date with. So, but it's just, is he lame? When it comes to that, I would say yes. We've been live for an hour and 15 minutes. Thank you for everybody that stopped by. Cejudo thinks he's GSP. They didn't love him like that. You sounded like what when Draymond told who was it? Paul Pierce. I don't know if you ever seen that clip. I gotta send it to you. But anyways, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. Thank you so much for a nice fun stream, a nice little first podcast. We're gonna try to do these weekly, right? So I'll keep you guys updated on how we'll be doing this. I don't know if I should go the recorded route or just start later, Zelman. Maybe I'll talk to you about it because I really don't know. The recorded route, I could be more like what's it called? Not focused, but more organized as far as like talking topic to topic. But I do like interacting with chat too. So maybe, I don't know. We'll figure it out. Risky, thank you so much for being here. I don't know if you were here when I played the video of the Paul thing and Woodley, but he got the tattoo. We talked about that a lot a few minutes ago. So I know you were interested in it. I'll keep you updated with that news as well. But I'm going to get out of here. Thank you so much for being here. I'll just wait for a few more messages and then get out of here just to make sure I send you off right, ladies and gentlemen. So You do like the live chat? Okay, JP, if enough people like the live chat, all right, real quick before I get out of here, JP, because I do like interacting with people. Recorded ones are good because I could literally like prepare and almost write everything. But I do. Oh, I could do it the way Yenny said too. So what do you prefer, JP and Yenny? The whole premiere thing or just like this? Because I'm okay with it being like this too. I would just have to like, it's hard. Advantages to both. Yeah. Eventually when we have this as a full-time gig, because crossing fingers, God willing, that's going to happen one day. It's going to take a lot of work, right? But I think like right now, first of all, real quick, JP, Yenny, Risky, Zelme, and whoever else is here. If anybody else is here, I think later, like right now, maybe 7:30 is better. 8 o'clock, 8 p.m. Eastern. Right now it's 7:23 Eastern. Maybe I should do a premiere where it's recorded. JP likes interacting, so you know, like I wanted to show you guys real quick. One more thing. I'm gonna show you guys one more thing, and I mean this all just because it's been going quite well, and I truly can't complain. Real quick, guys. I hope I don't give you my password by typing this on stream. No, we're good. One more thing. What's up, Speedy? Welcome. What's up, Speedy? Real quick, guys. If you guys look, let me see what I'm trying to tell you guys. All right. I don't know if I'm supposed to be showing this information. Trey, yeah, later, please, because 3 p.m. Yes, Trey, real quick. I think you left while I was talking to you, but UFC268, we're gonna be doing a podcast, me and you, so we got to set that up ourselves. But UFC268, which is in November, not that far from now. Maybe we could have a practice one before that with some other event. But tomorrow, Covington, whoever else is on the undercard that I'm drawing a blank right now. We need to do something like this live, maybe later, because like this thing is gonna grow. Real quick, I want to show you guys some analytics real quick. Just this weekend, 230 subscribers. To me, I don't think I should be showing you guys revenue or anything like that. That's bad, but maybe I won't do this ever again. This is just for the day ones. But watch time, 1.1K hours of watch time, 27.9K views, 17.6K more than usual. Now, what I wanted to show you guys, where is it? Is this just the live stuff? All right, so for the Aljamain Sterling video, right, 305 views. Like, this is how do I look at total? It's better on my phone, but what I'm trying to like show you guys, because I have YouTube Studio on my phone and this is not really cutting it. Can I go to content maybe here? Real quick, guys, before I get out of here. Okay, so, you know, 155 views, 112, 82, slow start, right? So to speak. Poirier got 668, 145, 89, 73. Okay, ever since 209, 73, 140, 301. We've been improving the numbers. The subscribers are at like 3K. So I just want to say thank you. That goes without saying. And you know, we got to figure out a time what's best for everyone. I'm about to get out of here, by the way. So probably a combination of both recorded, maybe once a week or so go live. Okay, JP. Both are fine with me. I like that, Yenny. Thank you for saying that. Live, you can talk directly and respond. Recorded, you can organize it. It might be a better watch for people who are not live. Eventually, I got to get to doing both. I think that's the best way to do it, because there's some podcasts that you just listen to that are so entertaining when it's just a person not reading chat. But I also love going back and forth with chat. So yes, probably a combination of both record. JP, I agree. I'm dead from practice and I went into bed as soon as I got home. What's up, Speedy? How was practice? You got to keep me updated with volleyball. One of these days we'll game. I almost want to go on Twitch right now, but I can't because I got to do a couple things. But Speedy, I promise you we'll game soon. We have to. Okay, that's cool. 268. I'll be ready for it. And Trey, when I mean we're gonna do a podcast, I promise you, I want it to be so organized, like so, like I'm talking like have overlays of like, let me see if I could point like right here. Let's say there's like a box of like Trey Melton's odd predictions or whatever name you wanted to be on there, right? And it'll show like the the minus and the plus for each fighter, and then we were maybe debating, and people in chat are going crazy, like saying, Trey, you're an idiot. Miller, you're the smartest man I know. Or Miller, you're the dumbest person. Trey is absolutely right. That's why he gets money when he bets and you lose money. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it'll be a lot of fun. It'll be a lot of fun. Speedy, when it comes to that, I'll show you what I was talking about. He got the tattoo, right, on his middle finger. Let's see if he gets a rematch. Zelman, I'll beat your wrestling, period. Bro, having an editor producer, I don't know how people do that, bro. I would pay somebody to like help me get my show the way, as far as like organized wise. Like when the MMA Hour does it, like he has like the Zoom machine come up and people doing the audio and like the pictures on the TV, like, but that's way down the line. But I'll send you highlights soon, trust, bro. Yeah, that's what I want to see, Speedy. Gotta make it. Yenny, have a great night. Whatever you decide is fine with me. Thank you, Yenny. Have a great night. Hope you enjoy dinner with your little one, and have a good night. Thank you so much for your support. It's truly appreciated, as always. Have a good night. Yeah, I'll have all my numbers ready a day or two before so we can do that. Oh, that's what I'm saying. Like, bro, like, we gotta make it so professional. We gotta be the most entertaining, like, podcast / like betting odds people out there, you know? Like, yeah, I saw a tattoo. Just know that was just a little taste of what I sent the. Wait. Because you went, oh, a little taste. You're saying you're going to make a lot more money. I respect it. I hope so. I hope you're right. Because you might become that guy that, you know what? Like, I have a friend that does football lines, right? And he does football lines. And what am I trying to say? And other people want like his like picks. Imagine we get to the place where people want your picks. You know what I mean? Like, I think that'll be so dope. Oh, that'll be amazing, Zame. One day he's gonna have the bread to do that. And then Jake posted steps on his Insta that led to him getting the tattoo just to piss Tyron off. I didn't see that, Speedy. So you're ahead of me. Damn, Trey with the disrespect. By the way, speaking of disrespect, bro, Dr. Disrespect and Tim, all of them. Oh man, Dr. Disrespect editor is the best editor in the game, bro. Best editor in the game. Trey, don't trip, Trey. I am what is called not manifesting, but I'm declaring that one day you're gonna have so much money that you're gonna that the whole y'all getting zero from me is gonna be like, look, here's a measly 1,000 because I'm living big. That type of stuff. Anyways, I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna maybe ask in like a post like what time is better, but because people started coming towards the end, which is pretty cool. So maybe 7:30, like it is right now, is probably the best. So yeah, I'll do that. And besides that, I just want to look up something real quick. Google might have like a morning is usually morning is usually like the best for like a lot of people, but it's either like morning or night. Like in the middle is almost like the worst thing you could do. But anyways, big heel turn by Trey. This is the biggest turn since Hulk Hogan. Nah, it's all good. We're gonna keep track of my record. Just know that I like that, Trey. Where people like are gonna be able to talk smack to you, be like, you know what, you were right. Mother, check Discord. I'm sending what Jake said. Thank you. I'm gonna check this real quick and then I'm gonna get out of here. Yo, Risky, have a great night, man. Thank you for always like suggesting topics and stuff. Cause like today I try to talk about the Jake Paul thing. I remember you bringing it up and I'll do that more often. Oh, I didn't even see Von Blue's thing. Where is it? Did my computer just freeze? Like, what the heck? Yeah, I don't see it, Speedy. I'm looking at my screen right now, waiting for you. You're taking forever, buddy. It's not sending. I stay two sides like a penny. Freaking Trey, man. Have a great night, by the way, too. Risky, have a great night. No, thank you for speaking about. For sure. If you have any topics, always let me know. Okay, so Speedy's basically selling, as you can see right here. You know, oh, my face is in the way. So, oh, I did not mean to do that. Can I Command Z? Yes. I need to put this together. Okay, buddy. We're just having a tough time here. I'll put this here. The Speedy's selling. Oh, Von Blue, I literally just said something to you like, I was literally like, oh, I just saw this, but we had a good one today, man. It was really cool. It was really cool. It was really cool. Like, we talked about a lot of topics. We talked about Sterling. We talked about John Jones arrested. We talked about Usyk and Joshua a bit. We talked about I got the list right here. I don't know why I'm trying to go off memory, but Tyron Woodley getting the tattoo. Ortega versus Volkanovski. I would love to hear your thoughts eventually, Von. I missed it. It's all good. It's all good. We're gonna. I think later is better for everyone. Von Blue, ideally, what's the best time you think for me to start a podcast? Because most people are saying later, so I think that's what it is. Bro, I gotta watch the Eagles play tonight. All right, my boy, I'm going to get some dinner and watch Monday Night Football. Who you got for tonight, real quick, Trey, before you get out of here? If you heard me, let me know. Much love to you, man. Good night. I'll catch you soon. Check Jake's story. All right, I'm gonna check Jake's story and then literally get out of here. All right, so let me see if I can find this real quick. Let me see. Uh-oh. Can I just leave it here? Yeah, here we go. I love you, son. Now come. Oh, wait, let me show it to you. My bad. That could have been bad. Tyron got the wire from the fight. Tyron bought a used Bentley. Tyron got on a call with his accountant. His accountant told him how much he had to pay in taxes. Tyron got the tattoo. Oh, my God, bro. Oh, my God. Yeah, I think I'm going to do 7, like 7:30. Yeah. Damn, Monday might not be a great time. Monday is Monday Night Football, bro. Maybe 7, though. I think 7 is cool. I also got Zeke. Oh, you wrote, I got Cowboys tonight. Freak you. I need the Eagles to win. I also got Zeke or Tony Pollard to score first. Oh, I'm gonna remember that, and I'll text you if I saw that you got it right. What up, Zell? Right on, bro. Yep. Monday Night Football. Gotta watch. You're an Eagles fan, Speedy, by default, just by being the homie. That is funny as hell, by the way, Speedy. That is funny as hell. I'm not. He is a child, but that's funny. I gotta admit. Maybe Wednesday around this time is good. I'm just trying to make it, on a day that works for like everybody, Ready. All right, boys. Trey, much love, my guy. We'll work it out. We'll work it out, Von. All right, I'm gonna close all my links. And I am gonna get the hell out of here, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if you saw Aljamain Sterling's post, but let me know what you think about that, Von, when you get a chance. We had a fun stream, guys. Thank you for being here. Von, I'm gonna get out of here because we've been on for an hour 30, bro. So long podcast, but we'll get better because at first I was making a couple mistakes with the timing, the topics, and things of that nature, but we'll get better, my guy. We're trying to improve here. Once again, chat, thank you so much for getting me to 3,000 subscribers. If you haven't already, make sure you watch the Aljamain Sterling video that I posted yesterday, which is doing quite well with numbers. We're doing good. The numbers are booming, so thank you guys. Peace, all you old heads. Much love. Speedy, have a great night. Von Blue, have a great night. My man Zelme here from the jump, from the very beginning. We got to find a way to get you on here too so we could talk some stuff. Have a great night. Everybody, thank you for being here. It's truly been a pleasure. We'll talk soon. Peace.